My hated brother got himself arrested at my wedding, then revealed a dark family secret that destroyed my life. Growing up, Damon was the problem child, always getting into trouble, always disappointing our parents, suspended from school for fighting, caught stealing from neighbors, arrested twice before he turned 18. I was the responsible one who had to bail him out every single time. Our parents tried everything with Damon. Therapy, military school, tough love, bribes, nothing worked. He'd promise to change, stay clean for a few weeks, then go right back to his old habits. Meanwhile, I was getting straight A's, working part-time jobs, and trying to make them proud. The pattern was always the same. Damon would mess up, mom would cry, dad would yell, and somehow I'd end up driving across town at 2 a.m. to pick him up from whatever situation he'd gotten himself into. Police stations, sketchy parties, random parking lots where he'd been abandoned by so-called friends. By the time I moved out for college, I was exhausted from being his unofficial guardian. I thought distance would help, but the calls kept coming. Damon's in trouble again. Can you talk to him? He looks up to you. I met Lila during my junior year, and she became my escape from all the family drama. She was everything Damon wasn't. Stable, kind, responsible. When I told her about my brother, she listened without judgment, but I could see the concern in her eyes. 2 weeks before my wedding, this mess of a brother asked if he could propose to his girlfriend during my reception. I laughed and said absolutely not. This was supposed to be my day for once. He ran crying to our parents like he always does, but this time, they showed up at my door defending me against Damon for once. He needs to learn boundaries, Dad said firmly. Your wedding isn't about him. We're tired of him ruining every family event. I was genuinely shocked. After years of them making excuses for Damon, they actually had my back. Mom nodded, looking exhausted. We've enabled him too long. It's time he faces consequences. They told me about the ultimatum they'd given Damon that morning. Shape up or lose their financial support entirely. No more bail money, no more rent payments, no more covering his credit card bills. We should have done this years ago, Dad admitted. We just kept hoping he'd figure it out. For the first time in decades, I felt like my parents truly saw me as the good son, the one who deserved to be celebrated. Wedding day arrives, and Damon shows up an hour late, clearly already drunk. His girlfriend's wearing white, which should have been my first red flag, but I was too focused on Lila walking down the aisle. The ceremony went perfectly. Lila looked absolutely stunning. Our vows were heartfelt, and for once, Damon behaved himself in the back row. During cocktail hour, I noticed Damon getting increasingly drunk at the open bar. His girlfriend kept trying to cut him off, but he'd just moved to a different bartender. Several guests mentioned his loud, slurred conversations. My best man offered to handle the situation, but I told him to let it go. I didn't want any drama on my wedding day. Dinner went smoothly despite Damon's obvious intoxication. He even managed to stay quiet during the speeches, though I caught him rolling his eyes at my father's toast about family responsibility. Right as Lila and I were cutting the cake, the moment we'd been waiting for all day, Damon stumbles over with his girlfriend trailing behind him, looking mortified. He drops to one knee right next to our cake table, pulling out this tiny ring box. He's slurring through this pathetic proposal in front of all our guests, our grandparents, Lila's conservative parents who were already uncomfortable with the open bar. Jenny, will you marry me? He shouts over the wedding music. My maid of honor, without missing a beat, accidentally spills her full glass of red wine all over them both. The white dress is ruined. Damon's suit is soaked and the ring box goes flying. Damon explodes, screaming that we ruined his moment, that we're all jealous of his happiness. He shoves me hard in the chest. I shove back. We're throwing actual punches while my 80-year-old grandmother watches in horror. Someone calls the cops. Damon gets arrested for assault and public intoxication. The next morning, he calls from jail, absolutely furious. You think you're so perfect? You want to know why I'm such a screw-up? What are you talking about, Damon? You're not even Dad's real son. Mom cheated. I've known for years. My wife walks in asking who's calling. I just stare at her, realizing my entire life might be a lie.